Hello everyone and welcome to today's class. So today's class is going to be just a full body workout, just designed to tone, strengthen and mobilize the whole body. So as always, work at your own level, pace and ability, adapt the exercises when needed, okay? So we are going to lie down on our backs to start. And just find a comfortable position here. Okay, so you can have your knees bent if it's more comfortable, or you can just have your legs straight. You may need to rest the head on top of a cushion or a block. Okay, maybe the shoulders also need to rest there. So just feel nice and comfortable. Okay, and then you can start just focusing on your breathing. Just allowing your body to relax and settle. Just let your body become heavy. Start noticing your body, noticing the parts of your body that are in contact with the mat. Noticing any sensation in your body, so you can scan the body from the sole of the feet to the top of the head. Noticing any sensation on your feet, on your toes, on your legs. Hips, your back, your shoulders and head. Noticing any tightness, any heaviness. Noticing if one side of the body feels a bit heavier than the other side, or a bit lighter. Noticing if there is any tension in any particular area of your body. Just sending the breath to that area where you feel tension. Noticing the space under the back, noticing if there is a big space there or very a small space. Notice that. Don't change anything. Notice your ribs. Notice if your ribs are poking up, if they are flat or down. How are your ribs right now? Noticing if your shoulders are touching the floor or not. Noticing the space under the head, the neck. Noticing if there is a big space there or it's just a natural curve. Then notice if the weight is more on one side or other side of the head. Just notice that, okay? Don't change anything. Just bring in the awareness back to the breathing. Notice your breathing. Notice if your breathing is deep or shallow. Long or short. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose now. And we're going to breathe out through the mouth, letting any tension that you might be holding to go. We're going to do it 2 more times. Deep breath in through the nose. And deep breath out through the mouth. And 1 more time. Letting go of any tension. worries. Lovely. Okay. And then you're gonna open your eyes. You're gonna bend your legs if they are straight. Just bend them. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Keep distance apart, parallel. And we're gonna bring the awareness to our pelvis now. So we're gonna start tilting the pelvis towards your navel, your north, and then tilting the pelvis towards your pubic bone, your south. Okay? So tilting towards the navel, flattening the back completely, and then tilting towards the pubic bone, finding a big arch underneath. Okay? So let's do that for a few times. Flattening an arch in the spine. That's great. And we're going to start doing a smaller tilting, smaller, until you find a middle point. Okay? So in this position, your hands should lie completely flat on your pelvis as you place them there, and there should be a small gap underneath your back. Okay? So let's keep the arms by the sides, the palms facing down. Try to keep your shoulders back and down. Okay? We're going to start sliding the shoulders up towards the ears and sliding the shoulders down towards the lower back. Okay? The shoulders up towards the ears and down towards the lower back. Try to keep them back and down throughout the exercise. Notice your ribs. Try to keep them down. And again. Okay, let's make it our last one. We're going to draw the shoulder blades down, and we're going to keep them down. Okay, so we keep the space between the shoulders and the ears. And now we're going to start turning the head from side to side. From one side to the other side. Noticing the movement. Noticing if one side is more available than the other side, or if one side is more stiff than the other. Just notice. And then the next one, as you turn your head towards one side, you're gonna take the legs to the other side. Okay? Just a small movement, gentle to start with, and then carry on, moving the head to one side and the legs to the opposite side. Yeah? Breathe into center, breathe in to go to the side, sorry, and breathe out to go back to center. That's it. One more time on each side. And go back to center. Okay, that's lovely. So we're gonna start to do our spine course. Okay, so move the feet right below the knees. Okay, you can place the block here, the cushion in between your legs. Let's start with some cushion squeezes. Okay, or block squeezes. So on the out breath, just squeeze and draw up and in your pelvic floor. Okay, and then you release. So on the out breath, pelvic floor draws up, abdominals in, and breathe in as you fully release the pelvic floor. Okay, breathe out, squeezing the cushion, and breathe in to release. Breathe out, and breathe in to release. Lovely. Let's do one more time here. Exhale as you squeeze, and breathe in to release. Okay, so this time we are gonna squeeze, draw up the pelvic floor, abdominals in. We are gonna tilt the pelvis, press down with the feet, and start to peel one vertebrae at a time off the floor. To go up to the tips of the shoulder blades. And then on the out breath, start to roll your spine back down. Okay, so take a deep breath in, release everything, your pelvic floor, your abdominals. As you breathe out, squeeze, tilt, and peel vertebra by vertebra. Be aware of your ribs, Keep them down for the exercise, and then on the out breath, replace your vertebrae back down. Okay, so carry on this way. If you want to add a bit more of challenge, you can start to take your arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, breathe in there and breathe out as you take them back down and replace your spine back down. Breathe in as you fully relax your pelvic floor, your abdomen. As you breathe out, the squeeze, engage, tilt, and roll up. Okay? Your fingers are going to be just pointing the ceiling, ribs down. On the out breath, start to take everything back down, rolling your spine down and your arms. Okay, and the next one, we're going to squeeze and roll up. Arms up. You're going to keep the arms where they are. If this is hard for you, just keep the arms down. Okay? We're going to hold the position down. And we're going to lift one heel up and down. And the other heel up and down. Okay? Heel up and down. And up and down. Lovely. Maybe both heels go up and down. Up and down. That's it. Keep squeezing the cushion. Down. Up. Down, that's lovely. Down, carry on. If two heels are hard for you, do one at a time, okay? Ribs stay down, front of the hips nice and open. Make it your last one. Lovely. On the out breath, start to release, spine down. Okay, take your arms down, well done. We're gonna roll up again, okay? So on the breathe in, fully relax, your pelvic floor, your abdomen. On the out breath, squeeze, tilt the pelvis, and roll all the way up to roll your spine up. Okay? So you can keep your arms down now, palms facing down. If you want more challenge, you can try to keep them up. Okay? On the out breath, we're going to extend one leg away and then release. Okay? So breathe in. On the breath out, extend the other leg and release. We're going to try to keep your hip bones level. Okay? So on the out breath, draw up and in and extend the leg. Lovely. And draw up and in and extend the leg. Well done. One more time. Lovely. Take a deep breath in. On the out breath, release vertebra by vertebra on the mat. Okay. Well done. And you're going to release the cushion. Good. We're going to take the arms up and over the head. On the in breath, notice your ribs. Try to keep them down. And on the out breath, circle your arms round. Okay? Up and over, breathe in, and breathe out as you circle your arms round. Okay? Breathe in, up and over, and circle round. One more time. Okay, we're going to reverse the way of the circle. Being aware of your ribs, of your spine. Try to keep our spine neutral and our ribs down. It's going to always be a natural movement of the ribs, but make sure you don't allow them to flare up. Okay? And take the arms down. Okay. Good. So from here, we're going to take the arms back up, fingers pointing the ceiling, reach with the fingers towards the ceiling with the right. And on the out breath, drop the shoulder down, okay? With the left, reach up and drop down. Breathe into reach, breathe out to drop. Breathe into reach, breathe out to drop. Good. 2 more times on it. Yeah. That's good. Okay, and we're gonna clasp the hands now behind the head. And we're going to prepare for some roll-ups. Yeah? So on the out breath, we're going to start lifting the head off the floor. Try to keep your elbows wide, so that bend them slightly so you can see them by your peripheral vision. And curl. Okay? And then you breathe in on the way. So breathe out as you curl up, and breathe in as you go back. Breathe out. And breathe into lower. Breathe out. And breathe into lower. Lovely. And one more time here. And release, like that. So this time, on the breathe in, we're gonna take our, pick up our right leg, okay? On the breathe out, we're gonna curl up and extend the right leg away. Good, we're gonna circle the leg on one direction, breathe in, and breathe out, we circle the leg on the other direction. Then on the breathe in, we bend the legs, clench the abdominals, and breathe out slow, like that. So left leg up to ceiling, breathe in. Breathe out. Head off the floor, extend the leg out. Circle the leg on one direction, trying to keep the pelvis nice and still. Get quiet. And reverse the circle, bend the leg, and lower down. Okay, so pick up your right leg, breathe in, breathe out, extend the leg. Circle in one direction, breathe in, breathe out to reverse. Breathe in to bend, cleansing the abdominals, and breathe out to lower. Good. So pick up your left leg, breathe in, breathe out. Curl up and extend the leg out. Circle in one direction, reverse. Bend the leg, clench the abdominals, and release that. Okay, pick up your right leg, breathe in, breathe out, head off the floor, extend. Circle in one direction, reverse. Lovely. Bend, clench the abdominals, release down. Last one with the left. Breathe in, breathe out, extend the leg, head up, circle, keeping the pelvis quiet, reverse, bend the leg, clench the abdominals, and release down. Well done. So we're gonna hug our right knee on the chest now, stretch out your left leg. Stretch here. Breathe in deep and wide. Let's play the hands behind the thighs. Okay. Flexing the foot. We're gonna circle our ankle. Circle in one direction. And reverse the way of the circle. Try to draw nice and big circles. Lovely. And we're gonna switch legs. Left knee on the chest, stretching out the right leg. Stay there. And now place the hands behind the thighs, taking the knee towards the chest, flex the foot, circle in one direction. And reverse. That's lovely. And we're gonna take the other knee into the chest. We'll rock from side to side, so we give a nice massage to our lower back. Great. And when you're ready, we're gonna roll up to sitting, so hands behind the thighs, and roll up to sitting, like that. So we're gonna find our kneeling position. So make your way. If you can cross the legs and lean forwards to find the all fours position also, otherwise find your way. Okay? Good. So we're gonna have our waist below the shoulders and knees below the hips here. And we're gonna open the hands wider than the shoulders, like that, or than your mats. And we're gonna do some push-ups here. So I'm gonna give you options. So try to keep your spine in neutral, back of the neck long. We're gonna bend the elbows out and you take the head down, okay? And then you push up. So bending the elbows, head down, and then you push up. If you want to work harder, you're gonna move the hands forwards, okay? Leaning forwards. And here we're gonna bend and push up, okay? So bend down and push up, okay? Bend down. Push up. If you want to do a full push up, you can lift your legs off the floor and go ahead, full push up. That's good. And make your last one. Drop your knees down, sit on your heels, stretch your spine, And try to rest your head down on the floor or on top of a block or a cushion. Just keep the head down. And fully relax your body here. Fully relax your abdomen and your pelvic floor. And breathe deep and wide. Raising away through your fingers. Feeling the stretch across the shoulders. That's lovely. Now we're going to place our hands behind the back. Okay. We're going to take hold of one wrist and drop the elbows down towards the floor. Okay, so on the out breath, we're going to just take the elbows up. Just the elbows, opening the chest, and then we release. And then we take the elbows up, opening the chest, and release. Okay. Taking the elbows up. If you have any problems on your knees, you can do this exercise standing. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna take the elbows up and we're gonna extend the arms. And then we release them down. Okay? So up and extend and then release down. So up, extend and release down. Good. And again up, extend and release down. Again. So from here, we're gonna roll up to kneeling. Okay, so draw up the pelvic floor, engage slightly and draw up the ceiling. And we're gonna take the chest up towards the ceiling. Okay. Lift the chest to the ceiling, and then we're gonna go back down to the same position, and we're gonna take hold of the other wrist. Yeah. So elbows down. And start to take your elbows up, and then you release them down. And up, and release them down. As you breathe out, you take them up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and release down. One more time. Okay, and now we're going to take them up, and extend the arms, bend, and lower. Stand, bend, and lower. You might find that one side is tighter than the other side. No. And one more time. And release down again. So you're gonna go back up again. Rolling up and taking the chest up to towards the ceiling. And then release. Okay, so release the arms by the side. So again, if you have any kneeling issues, you are uncomfortable here, stand up. Okay. So we're going to start taking the arms to one side, twisting the spine in one direction, and then center, and then going to the other side. One direction, opening the arms, center, and all the sides, and center. Okay. Now we're going to take the arms up towards the ceiling, breathe in. On the breathe out, we're gonna twist and open the arms. So arms back up to ceiling, breathe in, and breathe out, twist, and one more time on each stage. Lovely, arms up, and take them back down. Now we're gonna do a combination, so we're gonna start going towards one side, opening the arms as you go back to center, arms up, and going to the other side and lower. Like that. So open, center, and all the sides. Okay. So open, center, one side, one more time, and the other side. So again, we go back to that. We start with the other side, twisting to the other side, and twisting in the other direction. So up, center, and lower as you twist. Enter and lower one more time. And then release back to center. Okay, good. So we're gonna, from here, we're gonna roll all the way down. Okay, we're gonna try to keep the front of the hips nice and open for the exercise. So as much as you can, as you go down, try to push here so you don't allow this to happen to bend here. Okay, and see how far you can roll down, keeping your hips open. Okay, when you feel that you cannot go further down, then you're gonna let your hips go back, and then you're gonna walk your hands. We're gonna do a push-up here. So again, you can find all first position or three-quarters position if you want to work harder. Okay, make sure your shoulders are right below the wrist, and this time we're gonna bend the elbows in, head down, and then you push up. Okay, so bending the elbows in. Push, two more, in, push, and one more, in, and push. Lovely. So we're gonna walk the hands back, round the spine like a cat, round them, and sit back on your heels. You take a deep breath in, and the out breath, roll up through the spine, and go back to kneeling. Okay, so we're gonna take the arms up now, breathe in, breathe out as you lower, roll your shoulders backwards, breathe in, and on the breathe out, change the chest and roll down, trying to keep the front of the hips open. See how far down you can go, and when you can't go further down, let your hips go. And find the position you want to work for your push-up. Some of you might want to do a full push-up, okay? Feet free, bend the elbows, breathe in, breathe out as you push, okay? Breathe, bend, breathe out, push. Two more. Bend in, push, one more, and push, okay? Then walk your hands back, round your spine, and sit back on your heels. And straighten. Okay, and the out breath, again roll up to kneeling. We do it one more time. So take your arms all the way up, reach, arms by the sides, roll your shoulders backwards. On the out breath, chin to the chest, roll down to the floor. And you're gonna touch the mat, walk your hands, find the position. You want to work for your push-up 4 times. Breathe in, bend the elbows in, breathe out, push. Breathe in, breathe out, push up. In, push, one more time. Lovely. Walk your hands into the back, roll your spine like a cat, and sit on your heels and stretch your spine. And let your body fully relax in this position. You take your arms by your sides, your palms facing up. Allow your shoulders to relax. And the out breath, roll up through the spine. Okay, let's stretch the muscles we've been using, okay, the back of the arms. So we are going to place one hand on the back of the neck. We're going to take the arm of that, place the other hand on the elbow or arm and push there. So you feel the stretch on the back of the arm. Okay? You're going to bend the spine a little bit, so you're going to push and bend the spine, feeling the stretch on the side of the body. And then release, come back to center, and see if you can reach for the fingers of your hands. So walk the other arm around. Try to reach for the fingers. It's okay if you don't touch them, just see how far you can go there. Okay, we're gonna do the other sides. Straighten. And start to go to one side, bending over. And release. And you're gonna stay there or try to reach for the fingers of your hands. Well done. And then release. Okay. So let's come to the front of the mat now. We're going to prepare for a few roll-ups. So you can maybe place the cushion or the ball or block if you have one in between the legs or not. You can do the exercises like this, okay? Okay, so we're going to start. You can have your hands behind the thighs if you need to. You can have your toes up if you need to. Okay, so try to find a comfortable position, keeping your spine nice and tall here. And on the out breath, you're going to start tilting the pelvis. So draw up your pelvic floor up, abdominals in, scooping the belly in, and squeeze the block down. Okay, and then you release and let. Let's do this a few times. Let's tilting, scooping in, and let. Exhale, scoop in, and let. Lovely. So you scoop in, you keep your shoulders right over your hips. Okay. So if you want to work harder, you can always keep your arms in front of the shoulders, and you can stay there, or you can go farther down. We're going to hold the position now, okay? So holding the position is squeezing, and you can keep the position still, or you can try to take your arms up, only as far up as is comfortable for you. 1, 2, squeeze, and for 3. And then you roll up and lengthen the spine, okay? So this time on the out breath, we're going to squeeze, we're going to tilt. Okay, from here, holding the position, we're going to open and close. Open, scoop in, tilt the pelvis to protect your lower back, open and close, and roll back up and lengthen. Okay, we're going to twist the spine now, so squeeze, tilt, find the position, and we're going to open one arm, twisting the spine and center. Breathe out, open the other arm and center. One more time on each arm. Lovely. And roll up, lengthen. We're going to stretch here. Stretching the spine. Nice. Okay, and release. And when you're ready, we're going to roll on our back. Okay, so we're going to do our toe taps, okay, or scissors. So arms by the side, spine in neutral, semi-spine position. When you're ready on the out breath, draw up and lean your pelvic floor. So you don't allow your belly to pop up, and lift one leg up and then lift the other leg up. Again, so see if you can have your knees right over your hips, but if you find that this is hard for your lower back, take your knees slightly in towards the chest, okay? So from here, one of the options is just to drop the foot down here and take the knees towards the chest a little bit, okay? So there's no pressure tension there on the lower back, or from here, you can try to tap the floor with the toes, okay? Keeping the knee right over the hip. If this is still hard for your back, okay, just do one leg and then drop, and then do the other leg, okay? But really make sure every time you breathe out, as you drop the foot, you draw up the pelvic floor, abdominals in, okay? So you can have your hands to your belly and notice any bulging there. And if there is a bulging, just stop stop, do just one leg, or take your legs slightly in towards the chest, okay, to modify the exercise. Even if you want to work a bit harder, you're gonna have your legs straight and drop one leg down and then take it up, okay? Again, noticing your abdomen, your spine, trying to keep your spine neutral. So breathe out, draw slightly the abdominals in, engaging, contracting your core. Well done, make it your last one. And then have your knees on the chest, rock, have a little break. Okay, so we're gonna prepare for our 100. So if it's okay for you, you're gonna keep your knees right over the hips. If not, if that's hard, just keep your feet down on the floor, okay? And take it easy today. Okay, so finding the position, taking the arms over the heads, breathe in, arms to the ceiling, breathe out, head of the floor and curl up. You're gonna always rest the head down, top of the block, or place the block or the cushion below the shoulder blades, okay, to keep your head up towards the ceiling. So prop yourself up if you need to, crown of the head up to the ceiling, inhale for 5, in 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? 10 times on your own pace. And I'm gonna give you a variation on the out 2, 3, 4, 5. You can extend one leg out and then bend, and then the other leg out, okay, and bend, or you can try to extend both legs out. And into 3, 4, 5. Into 3, 4, 5, okay? Good. When you've done 10 times on your own pace, or when you want to rest, just have your knees on the chest and have a rest, okay? Squeezing the knees on the chest, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, and squeeze, release, okay? We're gonna drop the feet down. We're gonna walk the feet towards the bottom, lifting the heels off the floor, okay? And we're gonna clasp the hands behind the heads. And on the out breath, lift your head up and curl up, okay? So we're gonna extend your right leg up, toes pointing, breathe in and breathe out as we switch. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Try to keep your head resting on your hands. Yes, switch. If any of you want to work harder, you can quicken the pace. Very good. 2 more on each leg. 1, 2, 1, 2, and release down. Okay, good. So take a little break here. Keep your hands behind the head, and we're gonna do blitz curl up, okay? I'm gonna give you options. So option 1, to keep your feet down. If you want, you can keep the block in between the legs if you're gonna do this option. On the out breath, you squeeze and take one shoulder towards the opposite knee, okay? On the out breath, taking the shoulder towards the knee, okay? That's option 1. If you want to work a bit harder, you're gonna take your legs right over the hips, okay? You're gonna squeeze the block in between the legs and take one shoulder towards the knee, release, or the shoulder towards the knee. And for those who want to work harder, you can do the crisscross, shoulder to knee, extending the leg, and flat, okay? And twist, and flat. Make sure you twist the spine, don't bend. And don't lean over. Good. Let's do one more time on each side. Well done. And release. Knees on the chest. Rock. Okay. And you're going to clasp the hands behind the head again. You can do the exercise, this one with the feet down on the floor, and then you leave your head up again, keeping your head resting on your hands, and then you can take one leg up and down. You do single leg folds here. Okay, that's one option. For more challenge, legs up, stomach in. Next, you keep drawing your belly in, contracting, and do your toe taps. For those who want more challenge, you can keep your legs straight. Okay. Next, you contract as you drop the leg down. One more time on its leg. And release. Good. Squeeze the knees on the chest. Release. Squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. And last one. Squeeze. And release. Rock it a bit. Massaging to lower back. Maybe drawing circles on the table. Just do anything that feels good for you. And then when you're ready, we're gonna mobilize the spine with a roll back. The hands behind the thighs. So you can take it easy and just roll a little bit here on your back, on your mats, okay? Or you can go further up and then tell the pelvis and then breathe in and breathe out to roll back up, okay? For more challenge, you can take your hands maybe on your shin bones, elbows nice and wide, head towards the knees, and you can try to roll like a ball. Two more times. Lovely. And then get the sole of the feet together. Well done. Open your hips. Keep your spine tall, shoulders down. Flap your legs. When you're ready, take your head down and towards your feet. And then release. Okay, we're gonna lie on one side now. Okay? So heads resting on your arm. Legs straight. Okay? Finding on a small gap underneath the waist here. So you activate the muscles on your waistline and take that you can see your toes if you look down. Okay, back of the neck nice and long. So your hand can be here in front of the chest. You're gonna leave your top leg up. For more challenge, you can have your hand by your side or your arm up, fingers pointing the ceiling. Okay. On the out breath, draw up and in. Take the leg to the front. Tap the floor with your big toe. Clap, clap. Center and keep the leg backwards and clap, clap. Okay, so breathe in and breathe out. Clap, clap. Breathe in, center, breathe out, clap, clap. You try to keep the pelvis nice and quiet. The rib cage flat. It's always going to be a natural movement, that's fine. That makes sure you don't allow your spine to arch, especially as you take the leg back. This is what tends to happen when you lean forwards. Okay? So just try to keep your shoulder on top of the shoulder. Good. And have your arm up. Okay. And then we're gonna take the leg back to center. Okay. On the out breath, you're gonna lift the bottom leg up. Flex your feet. Keeping the legs together, squeeze them together as you lower your legs down, okay? Pointing the toes. One leg up, breathe in, breathe out. Bottom leg meets the top. Flex, and keeping your legs together, squeeze them together as you lower them down. and point the toes. Up, bottom, flex, and going down slowly. You can have your hand in front of the chest if you need to, okay? Trying to keep the balance there. Flex and squeezing, lower your legs down. Top, bottom, flex, and lowering down, okay? Top, bottom, flex, going down. This time we're gonna lift top and bottom. We hold it there. You can stay still, just hold it, or you can try to scissor your legs with control. Last one. Very good. And lower your legs down together. Okay, good. So bend the knees on the chest, upright your hips. Good. Okay, and we're gonna roll on our front. Okay, so we're gonna prepare for a plank here. So elbows below the shoulders. You can do a low plank or a high plank, okay? You choose. If you do a low plank, you can take your hips up and you can hold it there. Or if this is hard for you, you can go down and up, okay? If you want to do it work a bit harder, you're gonna take your legs up off the floor and you're gonna hold the position there, okay? If you want to do a high plank, you're gonna come on your hands, okay? And hold the position there. Back of the neck is gonna be long. And you can just hold the position, breathe deeply. Focus on your breathing. Some of you, if you want to work harder, you can try to lift one leg up and then lower down and take the other leg up and lower down. But only if you want more challenge, okay? Otherwise, just stay still and holding. And if your left leg, lift the leg up, don't modify the position of the pelvis, okay? They don't want you to lift the pelvis up. I want you to keep it down, okay? Well done. We're gonna make our last one. Yes, and you can drop the knees down, and you can take the pelvis down. We're gonna do a few cobras. Yes, on the out breath or in breath, we're gonna press with the hands and take the chest up, and then we'll release them. And just see how far up you can go comfortably, and release. Don't force it. Try to give your shoulders away from the ears. And make it your last one. Maybe try to hold it there for a few deep breaths. And then release all the way down, okay? We're gonna go to the other sides to do the side kicks on the other sides, okay? So finding the position. Try to see, make sure you see your toes if you look down. Small gap underneath your waist, keeping these muscles nice and active. Lift the top leg up to hip level. Breathe in on the breathe out, kick the leg forwards, clap, clap. Center, breathe in and breathe out backwards and clap. Okay? And on the out breath, throw up your pelvic floor and abdominals in. Just gentle contraction, gentle engagement, okay? Don't never over engage. And make sure on the breathe in, you let everything relax completely. You can play with your arms, okay? Keep them by the side or keep them up. See if you want to increase the challenge. Now we're gonna keep the leg up, okay? On the out breath, both legs meet the top. Flex the feet, keeping the legs together, squeezing them together, lower your legs down, okay? So top, bottom, flex, squeezing together, lower down. Top, bottom, flex, squeeze and lower down. Top, bottom, flex, squeeze, lower down. Point the toes, top, bottom, flex, squeeze and lower down, well done. And carry on. Shoulder on top of the shoulder, remember, hip on top of the hip. On the next one, we're gonna hold the position. So you're gonna stay still there, just hold it, or you can try to scissor your legs with control. That's lovely. Make your last one. And then lower your legs down. Knees on the chest. Tap around your hips. Have a little break. Okay, we're gonna go on our fronts. We're gonna place the hands, make a pillow with the hands, resting the forehead on the hands. Yeah? Try to keep your legs together if possible. Yeah? Shoulders away from the ears. So on the out breath, we're gonna try, this is the exercise, we're gonna try to lift the heads up, keeping the hands in contact with the foreheads, and then we'll release down. If for any reason this is hard for you, for your back, you're gonna press the hands down on the floor and just lift the chest up. Then try to keep the back of the neck long, okay? So next to you, you're gonna stick the chin up, shortening the neck, okay? So on the out breath, press and lift. And if you can keep the hands in contact with the forehead, go ahead, okay? Breathe out. And notice what happened to your lower body here, to your legs, to your glutes. We want to keep them as much relaxed as possible. So the work is on the upper back. And always initiate the movement from your center. That's great. Make it your last one. Okay, we're gonna take a break here. And I'm gonna give you a variation, have a look. So on the out breath, we're gonna lift, then we're gonna extend the arms over the head, we're gonna take them back and lower, okay? So you can do the same, pressing here, extending, bend, and lower, okay? That's a modification. So when you're ready, on the out breath, up, extend, bend, and lower, okay? So breathe out, insert the movement from the center, up, extend, bend, and lower this. And again. Extend, bend, lower, one more time. And lower, okay. So this time, we're gonna try to do our breaststroke. So have a look here. I'm gonna give you options, okay? So one option, you lift the chest up, and then you can extend the arms, circle, and release down, okay? Or you can make it a little bit more harder by lifting up the hands here, then you extend, and then as you go up, you take your chest further up and then release, okay? So breathe out, chest up, breathe in, extend the arms, breathe out as you do your breaststroke. Okay, let's do 4 times. Up, extend, breaststroke and lower. Up, extend, breaststroke and lower. Last one. Breathe out as you lift. Extend, try to keep the legs together and lower. Well done. Make a pillow with your hands and just take a break. And we're going to work only with the legs here now. So trying to keep your upper body nice and relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. On the out breath, draw up and in your pelvic floor, and you're going to lift your legs up. Okay? So today we're going to crisscross the legs here. Okay? Crisscross. So open and cross. Open and cross. Open and cross. That's it. And then release down. Okay. So we're gonna open the legs a little bit wider. On the out breath, initiating the movement from the center, okay? So draw up your belly button in towards the spine, lift, contracting, engaging here, your glutes. You're gonna draw circles with the leg in one direction, and then we'll reverse the way of this circle. And 4. Okay, very good, and release that. So place your hands behind the shoulders, lift your head up, breathe in, breathe out, push up, sit on your heels, and give a nice stretch to your spine. Fully relaxing your abdominals, pelvic floor, your body. Okay, so find your old first position. Cat-cow stretch, on the out breath, grounding the spine. On the in breath, dropping the belly down. On up to the spine, look up. Breathe out as you round. Breathe in as you out. Breathe round. Out. And last one. Round. Out, voice. Okay, lovely. Tuck your toes under. Leave your hips up and stretch in downward dog. Yes, and start to walk your hands back and towards your feet. Great. And on the out breath, back to the vertebrae. Roll your spine. Roll up slowly. So one more roll down. So take your arms up. Breathe in. On the breathe out. Chin towards the chest. Roll all the way down towards the floor. How far you can go comfortably. Release tension on your arms, your neck, your shoulders, your head. Breathe in and breathe out as you roll back up. Your stomach. Right, and roll your shoulders outwards. 3 times. Roll it. Good. Okay, let's take our arms up. Take hold of one wrist as you stretch, bending over one side. And release, and take hold of the other hand, wrist, bend over. Okay, arms up, breathe long, roll up on the balls of the feet, and hold the position there. Hold the balance. That's it, good. And release your arms down, release your heels down. Shake your legs. Shake, 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 shake. Good. Shaking your hips. Shake, 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 shake. Your arms, shoulders, and your head. Letting go of any tension. Great. Circle your arms for 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Hug yourself. Good. Stretch. And switching arms. Well done. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining the class. Well done.